Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Briefer about the California recall. It's coming up on September 14th and we want to vote no on the recall. I think it's mail-in ballots, so I think you can go ahead and send them back in. But what we all need to do, because right now it's August 30th, 2021, so we have 2 weeks and 2 days, we need to help spread the word about this. Puff, puff, pass. Because Governor Newsom made weed legal, they're trying to recall him. Um, he did make weed legal. That's not the specific reason they're trying to recall him, but we need to let people know that if they recall him, it'll make it look like a governor that legalized weed got recalled, and they'll use it against arguments to legalize weed or try to keep people from legalizing weed or try to make it illegal again. So if you like weed, try to help us keep Gavin Newsom in office. But what they really did start originally with, he had signed an executive order to stop the death penalty. So that's why they originally tried to recall him, is because they were whining about him winning in a landslide and then ending the death penalty. So if you believe in ending the death penalty, help support Gavin Newsom and help make sure that message gets out there and resonates as a good thing that people want and people will want more of in the future. Reform for the criminal justice system and less harsh penalties and etc. But they were whining about not having the death penalty. That's what started their recall effort. And then they're just racist. Because he's helpful in pro-immigrant and pro-minority communities, they're racist and they want to be harmful to minority communities and immigrants. So that's why they were trying to recall him to begin with. But as it progressed, I just heard about this on NPR today. As it progressed, what they did was, I think it was on the Daily, so look that up for more details. It entered the COVID era when he responsibly locked down the state and saved lives by keeping people from spreading the virus so much. Now, the important thing about keeping him in office is if he gets replaced by Larry Elder or another Republican, but it would probably be Larry Elder if it's a Republican. If he gets replaced by him, then Larry Elder would would ban masks and do everything that Abbott and DeSantis are doing, and turn California into an even worse genocide than Texas and Florida. So Trump virus genocide would spread not just incredibly over California, but over the country and the world if the recall goes through. So this is very serious, and why everyone should participate in trying to let Californians know how important this is. Got to stop the Trump virus, got to stop the Trumpers, got to stop this genocide and this fascism. So you want to keep Gavin Newsom, for one, because of what he did. He's already done good things and what he can do and what he can prevent from happening. Now, their recall effort, there's not that many people upset about the death penalty. And while there are racists in California, there's not that many of them to ever vote in one of their candidates. But they can do it through this sneaky method. And so what they're trying to do, or as they would call it's a racist term, but they would say backdoor method. But it's a sneaky thing that they're doing because they have 50 candidates on the ballot. So if they can get more than 50% yes recall, then he's no longer governor, and whoever gets the most votes of those 50. Now this is where it reminds me, as a Bernie supporter, of how the Russians do this, how the Russians play our politics. And we've got evidence of them doing this. Like the BBC did an investigation into the same Russian oligarchs who did stuff through Facebook in America to elect Trump, did this stuff in Madagascar, where they just paid for every other candidate. They paid for all the candidates, and if the candidate started getting enough attention, they would drop out, according to their contract with the Russians. You remember the 2015-2016 Democratic primary with 30 different Democrats trying to distract attention away from Bernie, the people's choice? Same kind of thing. So like Tulsi Gabbard was the only one they really called out for being a Russian agent, but Bernie said, Bernie was the people's choice, and they had all of these other people to distract people. Now, that's, the Russian ploy of putting 20, 30 people on the ballot. We've got 40 or 50 people on the ballot in California. So it means that those people are going to get some votes, maybe less than 1%, but say on average they get 2%. Then whoever gets 3 or 4% wins. 3 or 4% of the actual public can pick the governor, or the voting public can pick the governor. So apparently Kevin Paffrath, I'm not entirely sure. I've only heard from one person, but I'm just going with whoever I hear. The more I hear from any of the alternative candidates who aren't Larry Elder, I'll help support them as a just-in-case vote, because you can vote on both. You can vote no, do not recall the governor, and you can vote for who would be governor just in case. So make that safety vote. Definitely send your vote in. Let's spread this information so everybody knows. I'm going to be making some more videos, but thanks for commenting and sharing this. Please make videos of your own and get these things out there, or do whatever you can to get these, make a TikTok dance about it. Please do whatever you can. Use magic and prayer and wishful thinking, positive thinking, and just your communication skills to write a song about it, write a play about it. Let anybody know any way you can these next 2 weeks to get these votes in. Vote no on the recall, and even right now we can maybe try to get an alternative candidate just in case to go ahead and start polling higher so they know that they're not going to win. So go ahead and shut that down, because it is, a fascist attempt at taking over and turning California into another Trump virus genocide petri dish. We know that Larry Elder is a Nazi because he trained Stephen Miller, who's a Nazi, who wrote Trump's immigration policy by plagiarizing Hitler. So he's a Nazi. So we have to stop these people, and they're going to try to make it seem like it's all okay, or it's not right to comment on them. But I mean, look at the comments in my videos. You can see they're all terrorist Trumper trolls, and very few of them are in America. We definitely outnumber them, but we need to actually use the voting process to show that they're not the will of the people. And a good way to do that will be to vote no. Also, Kevin Pathrath, or whoever turns out to be the best alternative, we need to go ahead and have people bubble that in while they're at it, because you need a backup plan while these people are trolling hard, and they've got a lot of support from trolls all over the world. So if everybody can get together, Bernie supporters for what they did to Bernie, not letting them do that, weed supporters for wanting to show appreciation for legalizing weed, life supporters for people wanting to show that the death penalty is wrong, just anybody who cares about immigrant rights, anybody who cares about democracy, about American rights, about science, about life, about community, anybody who cares about voting itself and being able to keep the guy that you had a landslide victory for over being able to take advantage of, a shady system. Let's keep Gavin Newsom in office, or let's get somebody else as a backup that's not a Nazi. So shouldn't be too hard, but these Russians are wily and these trolls are wily. It's not Russians, it's Putin, but Putin puts his KGB, KKK trolls out there. We have to stop them. Thanks for helping. See you soon.